a bit simple naman. Simple ra, straightforward lang siya. So once again, good evening. Guys, sulod mo ani nga link so that I'd be able to see your comments or your chika. Ay, may uban sa inyo, mauloman mo chat. So, okay, mag-start na ta. So, once again, I am going to be discussing in the second part of our lecture, which is, kung kaganiya si Engineer J-Boy discussed about steel design, I will now be discussing about reinforced concrete. And under the reinforced concrete, we have this pre-stressed concrete. So probably some of those students who were under me under reinforced concrete a year ago, no? Probably they have encountered this topic. So medyo similar lang yapon na tong discussion. But this is just a refresher sa inyong sa unang nga discussion. That was probably a year ago. So, so start na to. Ano to? Okay, pre-stressed concrete. So, for those who are wondering or first time pa jud maka-encounter unsay pre-stressed concrete. So, imagine this bridge, no? I-compare na mong nato. Diretso na ko analogy unsay difference di ay ni pre-stress o di nang pre-stressed. So, imagine this bridge, bridge na kay tarak-tarak dire. No, you have this certain truck and then imagine what would happen if this truck would agi o maagi siya. So, di ba, na-transition si ma'am. So, as you can see, if that specific member is non-pre-stress, what would happen? So, from as straight, no, nga initial state, after the truck has passed, niagi na siya. So, what will now happen? Na siya bending, na itabo, na siya deflection. Now, if you compare the property of a pre-stressed concrete in an initial state, so sa may nitabo, nakabaw siya. So, if agian to siya sa load, guys, what would happen? Mo straight na siya. Okay? So, ang logic about non-pre-stress and pre-stress is that pre-stress is designed to provide an initial, I change pen sa nako, cambering. Sabi ni si cambering. It's the process of this, ano siya ginatawag nga cambering, guys. Kasi, cambering. So, na si cambering. So, wait. Dito lang kayo, guys, ha. Murag na press. So, keep. Ano siya? Na-exit. So as I was what I was saying is na ginatawag nga cambering nga ginahimo ang mga construction or mga naa sa field para i-counter ang potential effect of deflection. So mo na ang ginahimo nga para dili kayo extreme ang value sa deflection nga gaka-experience. So that is what is called as cambering. No, cambering. So again, that's cambering, and this process, the change in the form is the deflection. So again, si cambering is ang process para i-counter niya si deflection. So para natin formal definition to what a pre-stressed concrete is, so naapod ko i-prepare din nga straightforward lang na definition sa pre-stressed concrete. So pre-stressed concrete, by the way, guys, is a construction technique used to overcome concrete's inherent weakness in tension. So we have already discussed this, no, tingali, no, you have already noticed that yes, concrete is a great structural member in terms of its compression strength, pero pag abot niya sa tension, weak kayo siya. So this pre-stressed concrete, it allows the concrete to bear a greater amount of tensile stresses. So thereby increasing its overall strength and durability. So in other words, pre-stressing the eye is involved in introducing internal stresses into a concrete element before it is subjected to external load. So as you can see, ang atong example for the external load is the moving load of the truck. So how do we do the pre-stressed concrete? So this is done by tensioning the steel reinforcement cables or the so-called tendons, no. Probably inyong na-encounter lang, no, is the traditional rebar or the deformable rebar. So sa pre-stress concrete, steel reinforcement ra gyapon na itong gigamit, but the thing is ginatawag na siya nga tendons. So in the latter slides, I will be showing you some exact photos sa atong tendons. So this is not only limited to tendons but as well as wires or bars within the concrete before it hardens. So then when the concrete has cured and the tension on the reinforcement is released, the concrete compresses. So this compression counters the tensile stresses that will occur when the element is put into service. So that's the gist of what the pre-stress concrete is. So let us relate the principle of pre-stressing in a typical or daily activity na to nga gaka-observe. So asa din nato siya ma-observe. So the classic everyday example of pre-stressing is a row of books which can be lifted by squeezing the ends together. So anatay nako insert diri nga photo. So as you can see, there are hands or there are hands. Duwa man nakabok. Naikamot nga gitulod na ni diya, gitulod ni niya ang stack of books. So what would happen? It produces compression. But then, what if buyan ni niya, like, mulat go siya para sa pag-let go niya sa relationship ninyo? Char lang. Anyway, so ilet go na niya, what would happen? The books will definitely fall. Ma-fall ka sa laing tao. Right? Di ba? Or similar, good ang book, the fall. Tapos kamo po, gilet go na kaniya, so na-fall na ka sa laing tao. Di ba? So anyway, so how is this even possible or how do we relate this in pre-stressing? So the structural explanation is that ang row of books has definitely zero tensile capacity. Well, as you say, tension forces. Diba, how do we define tension? It's the ability to be pulled. Diba? Biraha gani sulay na. Diba? Cohesion ang mga books, right? Because it's just they're stuck together because of the compression strength that was added because compress sila. But then, similar ang property na sa concrete nga low siya tensile capacity. So therefore, the beam, let's call this beam of books, no, cannot even carry its self-weight. Dili ganin niya madaog ihang kugalingon. So to overcome this, we provide an external initial stress or muna niya itong ginatawag na pre-stress which compresses the books together. So now, they can only separate if the tensile stress included by the self-weight of the books is greater than the compressive pre-stress inch boost. So mao siya ang classic everyday example sa analogy sa pre-stressing. So ina na siya. Now, let's dive more on the property of concrete. Now, we know that concrete is very strong in compression but weak in tension in an ordinary concrete, and the tensile stress at the bottom. So ina na siya, taken by standard steel reinforcement, and then there is still cracking which is still due to both bending and shear. So dili kay nato ni dive deep, pero the gist here is that as ang property ni concrete sa compression pero low siya o tensile. Anar. So in pre-stress concrete naman, because the pre-stressing keeps the concrete in compression, no cracking occurs. So this is often preferable when we're in durability is a main concern. Ano siya? There are several types of pre-stressed concrete. So nga nang introduce na ko ni siya because this came out in the board exam, in the previous board exam. So unsa ni siya? First is defined as the pre-tensioning. So what happens in a pre-tension concrete? So in pre-tensioning, the steel tendons are stretched before the concrete is poured. So na ako gi-highlight dira nga keyword, the term before, because again, it is stretched before the concrete is even poured. Naman, on the other hand, is the post-tensioning. So what's the post-tensioning? Post-tensioning is where the steel tendons are stretched after the concrete is poured. So inana lang ka straightforward ang comparison between the pre-tensioning and the post-tensioning. So both of these questions or both of these concepts or objective questions came out in the board exam. So malay nyo, mabalik sa inyo na time. But this is just a basic example. So nasa yung mga photos nga gi-include para makita lang ninyo ang iyahang itsura, but we will not dwell on that more. Para lang doon masabtan sa uban mong good nga unsa din niya mong ginasolve. Siguro pre-stress concrete pero wala ko kasabot para asa siya. Sa siya gikan, unsaon siya and everything. So actually ang pre-stress solving pre-stress there are different methods that you can use in order for you to solve for pre-stress concrete, pero we will try to adapt the method that is being used in the board exam. So butang na to, this is the basic concept method lang ta, because this has been what is occurring in the board exam coming up. So butang na to, I think nagawas na gyud ang pre-stress concrete in the last 5 years ng board exam. Mula gyud siya mintis, every board exam na agyud ang pre-stress concrete. Na siya isa ka situation, duwa ka situation, ano lang siya. So dili gyud siya ma-zerohan nga magawas gid always si pre-stress concrete. Anya ang katsada pag yun ang pre-stress concrete, ano lang, kanang lahi lang ang pangitaon ba, like same rag diagram, same ra og values, ug kanang na siya yung mga dimension, na siya eccentricity nga given, and other properties, mga service loads, and etc. Pero lahi lang ang pangitaon, pero murag similar concept lang ba. So kung ikaw nasabtan gyud nimo ayo ang pre-stress concrete, tsada kay nimo nga bonus na ba? Yes, for stress concrete bonus na siya. So, I will be introducing you to the sign convention. So, of course, negative, this is indicating compression, and then positive if it's tension. So, I know you are all familiar with this positive bending, kaning nag-smile, and then this is the frown, which is the negative bending or the camber. Now, of course, kung ma-observe ginato most of the time, mas magets ginato nga typically si pre-stress naka-camber or naka-negative bending. So para recall lang sa katong mga nakalimot, basta gani timailan ninyo ani basta positive ang katong fiber is when it is being stressed. So naa siya sa kada bitong kung baba pa ni siya, kung smile pa ni siya, naa siya diri sa ubos. So kung naa siya sa taas, mo na siya ang compressive. So as you can see manggod, if ato jung sabton this ang kaning analogy, ang property manggod ani niya, di ba, naduot siya. So what is happening in the fiber, di ba, kabantay kan, di ba, naduot siya. Kay syempre kung walang ko'y papel diri gud. For example, if this is the linear lang, so ana na ko ni siya. Bayana. Kabantay ka diri nga portion niya is na compress, and then diri nga portion niya bottom part is na stretch. So that's why basta gani ang portion or ang fiber nga na stretch, that is considered as the positive or the positive tensile stress, or moda din niya ang opposite niya nga fiber, which is the compressive. Pero when it is experiencing frown, so ni frown siya na. So the top fiber now experiences the positive or the tensile because most of its fiber are being stretched, and then on the other hand the bottom fiber is now experiencing the compressive stress. So ina na siya kay tungod kinaduot ba ang sa ilalom. So ina na ang ato ang pagsabot lang ingon ani nganong importante man siya because sa pre-stress manggod nga mga problems, you will be identifying whether ang top fiber is how much ang iyang stress nga gaka-experience sa top fiber, and then pila pud ang gaka-experience nga stress sa bottom fiber. So ina na siya, that's why it's essential. So let's dive more on the stages of pre-stress. So sa natay first is ang initial state of pre-stressing, wherein walay pre-stress loss applied. So what is the formula for this? It's the combined stress due to the pre-stress forces. So ako pa din siya i-expound more kung saan siya ang mga forces, plus the flexural stress due to the beam weight whenever applicable. So the second stage naman is the final state of pre-stressing, wherein naanatay pre-stress loss nga na-apply, or basically naanay loss of stress nga gaka-experience si pre-stress concrete. So what's the formula for this? So it's the combined forces or stresses due to pre-stress concrete multiplied by the 100% minus the percent loss plus na din ka sa flexural stress due to all service loads. So that's the final state of pre-stressing. Now, if we will visualize this in a diagram. So if this is your beam, ano siya mong beam, and then this is the beam width, and then this is your neutral. It is eccentric. Kasabot sa eccentric, it has eccentricity, ano ba? How do we define eccentricity? It's the offset distance, di ba? From the neutral axis or the centroid, pila iyang distance nga yung location of applied force going towards the neutral axis. So that distance or this portion here, mo na siya kung pasabot nga eccentricity. So sa pre-stress concrete ay most of the time ang atong applied load is eccentric. So mo na siya. So that is what I meant nga eccentricity. Now, so if we are to reflect the diagrams or the stress diagram, look butang first is ang force due to the direct or axial loads. O butang na to, this is the direct, di ba? This is the direct or the axial. Mga direct or axial loads, uniform na siya all throughout the beam, di ba? Now, napo ikaduha. Ang ikaduha na stress that is being experienced, or how do we reflect the diagram due to pre-stressing. And then lastly is the diagram pertaining to all the service loads or tulog ka diagrams nga dapat ninyo masaban. Now, as I was saying, dito start sa direct. Sa direct, ang property ni direct manggod is uniform siya. Kung every fiber of the beam is experiencing the same amount of direct load or direct stress. Muna siya. So, what's the governing equation for stress? Diba? It's just force over area. Compression. So that's why we typically put negative. Ano siyang negative P over A. So that means nga ang equation da ay sa top fiber, di ba? Mauni si top fiber and mauni si bottom fiber, di ba? Ang sign conventions ani in all the top and the bottom, from the top and the bottom fibers are all negative P over A because negative siya, it what I have observed in my current students, no, naagi ba nga mag-answer nga, kalimtan lang nilang negative. So, dako na dyan kayo ang disparity or ang difference sa answer sa ilang negative P over A. Ako sa erase siya ha. Ang sa left double click. Delete na gabi ko pa erase ha. So, this is the direct. Sa ubos po, negative P over A or sa bottom fiber. Now, if we are to see the diagram due to pre-stressing, so ina siya gitsura. What's the result of the product of the force multiplied by the eccentricity? Diba? It's moment. Diba? Moment is equals to force times distance. Nabawaan whenever mag-take tag moments. So, that means nga naatay bending nga ka-experience, guys. Pre-stressing. So, naatay diagram ana. So, as you can see, mo ni siya ang diagram due to pre-stress. Pre-stress. Kani is direct. Now, ang inyong timan-an-aning is that ang pre-stressing, di ba, we know that it is being cumbered, di ba, na siya. Right? Na siya. So that means if this is the diagram pertaining to di ay nato, di ba, this is positive, this is negative. So kabalot nga positive di ay ang ato ang diri and then diri is negative. Di ba? Mo ni siya because this is due to dito ko nakasulod sa meeting kaganiha with your discussion with Engineer J-Boy. Nakita gina ko ang formula nga gigamit ninyo which is the bending stress, di ba? di ba? So bending stress, nakita ninyo kaganiya, ang formula is mc over I. That's the generic equation for bending. Pero di ba na per se, the moment is divided by the section modulus, di ba? So magamit ka po na siya diri nga mga formulas. So now, I don't know if na-introduce ka ganiya, probably na-introduce formula. Pero we also have a derived formulas for a rectangular section because in every section, there is a specific formula that is being used in calculating the bending stress. So if we are taking into consideration FB is equals to 6M over BD squared. Wala siya. This is, again na, this is only applicable for rectangular. Rectangular lang na siya applicable. Per se, your section is not rectangular anymore. So, na siya yung mga edges and etc. etc. Basta kay, mana siya. Pero, if ang cases, dili na siya, what we call this, dili na siya rectangular, so you can definitely to the general formula of MC over I. Pero going back, so as I was saying, since we know that this is a positive, so malamang this is, the top fiber is experiencing a positive tensile stress. So that's why the formula in the top fiber diri is 6M over BD squared. No? Ano siya? Nung PE man ni siya, muna akong gingon kaganiha. That moment is just the product of the pre-stressed force or the force applied multiplied by the eccentricity. So, kani siya, collective term sa P times E is just M. So, muna siya 6M BD squared. 6M over BD squared. So, pareha na siya, a logic, no? This is due to pre-stress. And last diagram is due to the loads applied or other loads, external loads. So, the diagram will look like this. Mano siya kung i-explain ka ganiha. Mana na siya. Sa mga external loads that we can think of, di ba? We have the gravity loads. And what are the examples of gravity loads? Di ba? Dead load, live load, and other loads. And what is the orientation of these gravity loads? Di ba? Beam or in any structure, if it is downward, so it is definitely portraying a negative connotation, di ba? Negative na po na siya ang atong connotation ana. So that means nga instead no, smile kato na pong smile ang ato ang gaka-experience yun na sad. Okay, na sad. So unsa naman po implication basta mag-smile na siya because of this direct force, di ba? Diri na po is negative and this is positive. So that means nga ang atong top fiber is negative na daay and diri is positive. Nakita ninyo ang disparity nila. So same formula kay pareho naman na sila bending stress no, but yung lahi man na sila, pareho na sila kay gipakita lang nga there are other ways. I mean, this is the other formula nga M, then pwede po nga P over E. At P times E rather, ang moment. So, maglibog, honestly, when I was under taking my review, no, wala mong good kaayo na ako, nasabtan, I wasn't able to fully grasp immediately how to draw this diagram. Kay if you, para na ko no, if kabalo ka mo drawing sa behavior sa diagram, kabalo jud ka sa pag-solve ng problem. So, what I usually do is, before is, mag-draw ko o vertical line, kay maglibog magug ko asa ko mag-start ani. Example dire, asa ganito padulong dire ba to? Dire ba to katong triangle? So example, mag-draw ko line here, ana siya. Then ako din to i-visualize to nga logic na pag may kong pre-stress side mo. This is the positive murag area and then this is the negative. So if na-notice ninyo, butang na to, this is pre-stress and then kabalot ka nga naka camber siya, so naka-camber. So that means nga positive iyahang top fiber and negative iyang bottom fiber. So So positive dira this is now due to external loads. So sa external loads, mo lang gyapon nga diagram. So di ba, follow lang gyapon nato positive and negative. So kung positive and negative na siya, so that means so payad na nimo sa bottom fiber nga positive. Di ba? Makita ninyo. So naa siya diri sa positive, then naa siya sa negative, and positive. So mao lang siya. Pero if you are wondering nganong ang imong certain cross-section is experiencing the maximum value for its bending stress as it goes farther from the neutral axis. So in layman's term, kung magkalayo siya from the neutral axis, mas dako ang value nga ma-experience niya for bending. So that means nga, pag naali ka sa neutral axis, unsa may connotation ana that the bending stress is zero. So FB is equals to zero if you go near or even at the origin of the neutral access. Mao na siya ang iyahang sabi. Tapos kayong discussion, di ba? Pero I think kung ako, if I were the student, ako yung first nga dapat matambag sa inyo as a first time learner ano is just to familiarize relating the bending stress at the top fiber and then at the bottom fiber when it is due to the direct and pre-stress loads only and even including the external loads. So, ina na siya. Okay. So, ako sa ning i-resolve kay dili na mo kakita ani. So, alas 8 na pero mubura mo gud atong examples ani upat ra ka problems. So, sakto pa kayo ang time taas pa. So, in calculating the stress at the top, at na pa i-resolve kay para maklaro sa tanan no. The stress at the top. Lagyan mo ka i-reach The formula is like this. So, di ba, mo na ito ang top fibers. These are all our top fibers. So, kanin siya. Mo ni siya, negative P over A plus 6P E over BD squared or just basically 6M over BD squared or M at the top. And then, if you are looking or getting the formula for in calculating the stress at the bottom, so that's just negative PA, negative 6PE over BD squared, plus na din ka sa 6MBD squared. So again, naman na akong giingog kaganan, this is only singular. So stress at the bottom, mura ni siya. So, ang pasabuting nga fiber is ang kaniba, ano siyang fiber or ang portion or location. This is the top fiber and this is now the bottom fiber. Ano siya. So again ang bending stress is kung magkalayo ka sa imong experience ng stress. No, mura gunag kung example, ang analogy is if, depende pa din sa tao, no? But if you are farther from home, mas dako ang imong, mas dagan imong gaga-experience ng stress sa life, not only ba when you are living at your parents' house, masara may stress imong una-unaon, stress kay wala pa kakapangayo og balon or stress or zero stress at all na nakay pagkaon, na nakay food, na nakay kwarta, na nakay allowance. Pero this is not applicable to all. Pero when you move farther away from your parents or you move outside the city or other places, so what are the stresses na imong ma-encounter, no? Nagkalayo na ka, so nagka-experience na ka, ala ka, paglungag sa sudanon, yun na ang mga problems and other responsibilities in life. So ano siya. Now, if get this formula nga M over Sx because again, the section modulus, you know that section modulus, di ba makita? Section modulus is actually equals to what? Inertia over the C. Oh, ano siya? It's again had the ability of the material to resist bending. Diri lagyan po na siya na derive MC over I. So, since nasa denominator si Sx, So that's gi-flip lang si CO ay ana siya. So unsa may causes sa mga pre-stress losses, guys? So mo siya daghang definition, so you read it na lang. Pero pretty understandable and straightforward naman gud siya. Ang ako lang behavior sa pre-stress mo sa iyahang stress diagram ay mo maka-formulate og mga formulas kay kung masabtan na ito ninyo kayo katong diagram, easy peasy na lang kayo ang mga problems. So start na ta. So okay ra so far ang concept, no? 30 minutes gid na po siya gi-discuss. Okay ra? Okay ra ang concept na sa tanan, no? I hope nila sabtan. Wala ba reaction ng mga tao? Uh, So calculate the top and bottom stresses felt by the pre-stressed concrete beam under initial state and final state at mid-span section. Dead load is 24.8 kilonewton per meter and live load is 11.4 kilonewton per meter. The pre-stressing force, or your P here, is 1,950 kN applied at 175 mm from the neutral axis. So assume 8% pre-stress loss and specific gravity of concrete is 2.4. Diba? Kadaghan o given. So, ang imo lang goal ani is kuhaon nimo si stress at the bottom and top mo lang during the initial and the final state. 'Di ba? Initial is just due to the applied loads pero wala pa ang pre-stress loss. Pero pag naana ka sa final state, gi-apply na nimo ang pre-stress loss, 'di ba? So, first and foremost, ang imong gibuhaton ani is klaro man kay sa problem man gud, no, nga naa siya given specific gravity. And obviously, magamit din nimo the area, di ba? Now, what is your area here? And what is the unit weight here? So we know that's it is actually 9.81. Pero since there is a specific gravity that was given, so malamang multiply na mo si specific gravity of 2.40. Kaya din ka mag-multiply sa area. So, to show you the solution, ano siya? Wala. So, solution for the initial state. So, W is equals to weight of the beam. No, weight of the beam, that's the 9.81 or the unit weight of water multiplied the specific gravity multiplied by meaning 9.418. So ito na siya later na i-calculate para dili ta malangan. So at the top, so unsa atong stress diagram aning top, di ba? Mo ni siya, no? Ano siya to ang fibers. I mean, mo ni siya nga to ang formulas. That's negative PA. Unsay P na to? This is the 1950. Kana siya? So always put negative. Tapos P is 1950 because it is in KN. So ang imong buhaton ani is times 10 to the negative times 10 to the power of 3 or times 1,000 divided by area or just the product of your base times height. So mo ni siya 1950 times 1,000 all over 500 times 800 plus 6 PE over how about your eccentricity? And given na the problem out tanawa, the force is applied 175 mm from the neutral axis. But pasabot, that's the eccentricity. Mao din is eccentricity. So that's 6 times 1950 times 1,000 times 175 divided by 500 times 800 squared. Ano na siya? Ano siya? Plus 6 times your P is this 6m over bd squared. So, how do you calculate for moments? Muna ang siya question. So, diba since we already got the W, and now we know that in simply supported, ang given sa problem simply supported man, that the maximum moment in a simply supported beam is just WL squared over 8. Diba? So, man siya. This is the uniform load. This is the length of the span of the beam divided by 8. So, recall lang nato itong superposition ng mga formulas, guys. So, that's the M that is being calculated here. Now, unsa ni si E6, that's times 10 to the power of 6 para dili lang ko dagan og git. Then divided by BD squared, 500 times 800 squared. So actually masolve na nimo siya. Wala di ko. Ni-ring ko ang cellphone. Nara ko guys. Wala ako nawala.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, ang katsada mo guna ng pre-stress is ang iyahang signs lang mag-differ, no? Like literal kung iposolve ka sa bottom fiber, so ang signs ra ang mag-differ same ra og mga equations. So what I usually do is akong is save ang equation excluding the sign. So, try na to solve ha. Try na to buhat na kay para straight lang ato ang pag-solve. So butang nanto. I-save na to ni siya sa term A, sa letter A, letter B, and letter C. Ano lang. So, this is 1950. Tapos, E3 divided so shift store A. So, what else? Excluding the signs na siya guys ha. Tapos 6 MBD squared. So that's 1950 again. Tapos times 10 to the 3 times na pagka sa eccentricity nga 175. And then that's 500 times 800 squared. As term, no? Kung himuon na is, mura gyapon. That's 6 WL squared. So that's 9.418 times 10 to the power of 2 divided by 8. And then with times 10 to the power of 6. And then that's 500 times 800 squared. So, pila man siya? Oh. Nahimo ay para mas paspas ko mag-solve. Imo siya siyang store sa tanan ABC, tas exclude sa nimo ang sign para maka-change na ka later. So, di ba, na-solve na nato si F-top. So, kabalong man ta nga ato ang formula sa F-top, di ba, is negative A plus B minus C. So, muna na itong i-type sa calcu para dali na makasolve. So, negative A plus B minus C. Diba? Dapat same sila answer kay kung hindi na sila same, say you. To. So, example, if you notice, that's 0.684 pero nagbutang taog symbol here nga compression. Diba? Because it's indicating negative. Ano na lang. Okay. .684. Shade. Dali siya shade. Pero, na rin naka-open and close parenthesis C, compression. And then napit sa choices, 0.684 pero tension. Kung imong gi-shade and dito so is ang tension. Tapos wala kakabalo. Pareha na bitaw na sila. So, safe na gyapon. So, ina na magbutang gyapon o choices C. Sa compression and sa tension. So, di ba, F-top pa ni. Daw bisa F-bottom, unsa man nato ang formula na, di ba? F-bot is equals to negative, di ba? Negative A. Now, this is positive, so malamang this is negative B. Then plus C din ka, di ba? Because, di ba, itong diagram ani is, asan ito pwede mag-drawing? Is, this is positive, this is negative, this is positive, this is negative. Di ba? So, if ato ning i-follow nga formula, so that's negative A, what else? Negative B, and then plus na din ka sa imong gi-store sa C. So mo siya supposed dapat answer. So tara na to. Answer reveal. Aray ko. Oh. Solution. Yeah, dali ra kay siya i-solve. Diba nakita ninyo? Same lang gihapon nga 9.066 pero na siya compression nga ibutang. So, di ba? Siya state pa man. Napay final state. Sa ganitong connotation, concept about final state, gi-apply na nimo ang laws of pre-stress. And according to the problem, ka-experience daw siya 8%. Now, sa final state mong goods, di ba na siya, kabanday ka, ang kaning dead load, live load, live load. So, need na po nato siya i-apply. So, sa final state, need nato kuhaon ang total load of all in the beam. So, ano siya? It's the 9.418 plus 24.8 self-weight of beam ni siya, guys. So, nakay 45.618 kN. Now, ang imong goal ani is maghimo naman po kag another formula. So, ang atong buhaton ani is mag-store na pud ta sa D para all loads, no? Sa all loads. Ato lang ipakita solution daan aron makita ninyo ang iyang formula. Now, if you notice, di ba ang atong equation, it's the product of the combined load multiplied by the pre-stress loss all due to all loads. So, na-notice na ako nga this is the difference. Same naman to siya equation ganyan. Ang difference lang is, ang W here is gi-change because ang entire loads naman ang itong what we're gonna do here is same lang yapon ABC, di ba to? Wala tayo change. Na lang tayo idungag. So, unsa man itong idungag here as ang last term. So, unsa na itong pagdungag sa last term. So, butang na 5.618 then times, times 10 to the power of 2 divided by 8 times E6. Actually, pwede na diretso E6 tira. Actually, tapulon mo kay kumo type of kana times 10 to the power of whatsoever. So, akong ginamatan, E6, E3, E9, kaya para paspas kay dinalian ba ang boards, no? So, na siya. So, pila man siya? Syntax, kaya nga naman, kinahanglan di siya times. Kinahanglan parenthesis. So, mani siya, shift store lang na to sa D. Oh, para dili na to ma-rewrite. Now, unsa may equation ani if we are to get the stress at the top. So, the equation that we're gonna use is F top is equals to negative A tapos what else? Positive V bracket or parenthesis multiplied by the 1 minus 8%, no? Plus, minus nila, sorry, minus then ka sa D. So, muna siya to ang equation at the top. So, that is, parenthesis, take note kay product mo plus B and B, recall B. And what else? 1 minus 8%. So, if dili ka kabaloon sa on pag-convert or galibog pagka na raw, you type then press percent siya. Tapos, minus, di ba? Yun na sa'yo. So, example, the answer in our calculator is 9.29. So, pila ka answer ani? So, nakita? Kung kaunsa siya? So, last term, and then nag-store lang ta. So, di ba, dali ra kayo? That's 9.29 C, compression. Right? So, ina na lang. Now, daw B sa top, sa bottom. So, unsa may formula itong gamit? what? Negative man na always si due to direct load. Tapos kani, negative B. Tapos 1 minus 8%. So kung minus to ganiya, plus na po diri. Okay, diba? So, ato i-kuan change atong calcu. So, sa ganito na nga change diri nga sign. So, ang signs lang. This is the plus. And then, what else? Itong kani, diri sa sulod. Minus na siya. Minus. Oh. Dapat man siya ang answer sa bottom fiber. O, tanaw na to. Oh, parera answer, diba? That's 0.30 or whatever floats your boat. Diba? That's a pass next ninyo. Nga, ang inyong goal lang is dapat makadrawing mo sa katong diagram and then you store the values excluding the signs and then kung ipahutan mo sa top, bottom, pwede ra mo mag-play along with the signs dayon. So, yun na siya. Example number 1. So, goods ra. Umanat sa example number 1. So, na ta. Ngayon na po lang ang scenario ani. So, muna siya ang mga values, taas kayo. Na siya beam, na siya length, na siya eccentricity. Now, ang difference niya, kung kaganiya is, ang gihatag is specific gravity, karon unit weight. So, unsa may formula na how to get the weight. So, di ba? Unit weight times the area. So, na naman tayo unit weight of concrete. So, automatically times area para po rin sa weight. So, what else? Moral given, determine the maximum tensile stress in the beam due to pre-stress force only. So, negative PA. Ay, wala man po siya gingon if top or bottom, no? So, datong hisgutan, sige, property ng pre-stress, di ba? Kaya nga siya, gacamber. Sorry. No? So, malamang, this is negative, this is positive, di ba? So, let's find out. Then, what else? Maximum stress due to pre-stress pa to kaganiha. The pre-stress and the dead load. And then, what will be the additional concentrated load at the midspan so that there... So, let's see the solution. No? First question, determine the maximum tensile stress. Solution, guys. So, muna siyang diagram kung atong i-simplify ng words. And nado siya eccentricity of 250, guys. So, again, as I was saying, muna siya atong behavior. So, negative bending, that's cambering. And hello, guys. For a while lang, guys, ha. Example number 1 pa to. Okay, number 2. 3 and 4. But actually, say, nang change of Wi-Fi, nawala. So, Kira, madunggan ako.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sorry. Wait lang. I'll just share my screen. Don't worry, I have recording pero wala mo ko nagpadayon kaya nakita man din ako there so na wala ko sa Can you know wala pa no? Kasi itong kay guys. Wala guys siya. Ano. So I'm back. So sorry kayo. Inanadjad ang live. Hinay kayo. Anyway, so what I was saying, ano pa to? Di ba again, ang issue mo guna ng board exam is langay-langayon di kang mamproxy nga ipatry nimo ang lain-lain nga mga problems. Pero if you know the concept nga kung ang gipangita is maximum tensors experience the maximum tensor stress. So, you don't need to solve for the bottom. Ang imong isolve na lang matik is ang top fiber. So, ano siya? So, dili nga solution, F-top ra gyud. Nganong F-top ra man because again, kung base lang nato sa concept nga atong hisgutan, ang gaka-experience of maximum tensile stress is ang top fiber. So, no need to So formula, negative PA, P over A, that's the 2,100 E3 for now, you have to add for the 6 MBD squared. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Apo, ma'am. Katansan. Bye, ma'am. Thank you. So, asa naman to? So, that's negative P over A, tapos 6 MBD squared. So, ano? That's 6 times your P. Muna siya si P, guys. That's squared. So, na naka-answer dito so 7 MPa. Diba? Di na kayo kung mag-type-type pero example lang ito pag ganiya. So, inanalan lang niyo buhaton. You can actually do that here. Para pas problem. Determine the maximum tensile stress. So, ano siya? Now, total load on the beam sa stress due to the loads, diba? Other loads. Bakit wala natin? Okay? So that means wala mo siya ging nga pre-stressing, wala gilimit to pre-stressing alone. So dapat na nato i-take into consideration ng other ng mga loads. Let's try na to ang kuhaon ang load on the beam. Apil na iyahang self-weight and other loads that were applied. So W is 24 or that's the unit weight of concrete. 75 as again, 0.75. That's 750 in meters. So you will be yielding to an answer of 7.2 kilonewton per meter. And then for the maximum moment, this is a So sa F-top, na-solve naman nato si pre-stress, di ba? So ang last term na lang din nato i-consider. So that's 6 times, di ba? Na-solve naman nato si 7 ganiya because that's due to kani daw siya, monish si 7. So, dili na, kinahanglan mag-solve outro, kaya na may 7 ganiya. So, ang iba na lang idungag is kani siya, right? So, that's 6 MBD squared. So, that's 6 times 129.6 E6 all over 400 times 750 squared. So would yield to an answer of 3.54 MPa. Now, for visualization purposes, ato gyapon isolve si bottom, no? Kay kani dili na manggug ka diretso maka-conclude nga atap pa gyapon ang mo govern ana kay na may other loads nga applied or considered here, dili lang man kay ang due to pre-stressing. So nata kabalo kung unsay form sa iyahang concave down ba siya or concave up ana na. So F bottom naman on the other hand is negative divided by BH. So that's 400 times 750. Next is 6 MBD or 6 PE over BD squared. So negative 6 times P. This is your P, and this is the eccentricity that I'm talking about. Times 10,000 all over 400 times 750 squared. So may yield na answer 17.54. And now, if you are talking about anong kani siyang ni-govern, so ang top fiber is makakaya lang og 3.54. And ang bottom fiber, mas dako iyang makaya at 17.54 because typically absolute mong good. Yes. So, syempre, dito ka sa mas lower value because dili na makaya ang 17.54 ni top fiber because again, iyang limit ra is 3.54. So, that's why mo na siya ang maximum tensile stress. And the answer. And then for the last problem, what will be the additional concentrated load at the midspan? So that there will be no tensile stress in the beam. So, kaganiyan nakita gyapon na to nako. Pagsulod jud naay example si engineer J-Boy. So sa simply supported, if additional load at the midspan, atong QE upgrade. So at the midspan, di ba, unsa man toy load formula, di ba? M is equals to PL over 4 kung point load. Pero kung uniformly distributed load, guys, na siya. So M now is WL squared over 8. Ninyo kabisado. So going back, mura na siya diagram, pero maximum moment of concentrated load acting at the midspan is PL over 4. So F top, na-solve nimo si 7 MPa kaganiha. Now 6 MBD squared. Now, napagyod last ang additional load. Nganong diri na to makuha si P, si additional P. Kaya mong goal is kaniman si P. Na siya. So, malamang kani siya is PL over 4 na siya. I-ano lang sana na to siya so that masolve na to siya later. So, that's 0. No tensile stress man daw at the beam. So, 0. Kani siya. Kani silang equation. Di ba nasolve na to sa previous problem? That's 3.54. So, mali siya 3.54. Now, kanina po din ang minus 6PL over 4. That's P or the unknown times L as gikan si L. That's the length or span of your simply supported divided by 4. Meter. And then divided by that with area. BD squared, area, BD squared ay additional. So, shift solve din mo na kayo makuha nga P. 44.25 kN. Ano lang siya? So, sumpay-sumpay ragid actually. Dagan mo nabawaan naman is W squared over 8. So, what if ka na gigamit kay wala ka kabalo asa na siya ma-apply? Maximum moment lagi na siya pero sa asa. Maximum moment na siya sa uniformly distributed sa isa ka simply supported. Pero lahi po ang maximum moment if na point load, concentrated load acting at the midspan. And lahi po ang formula na if ang concentrated load nimo is not acting at the midspan. So lahi na pala siya nga formula. So probably ako sa halongkat tong mga superpositioning mga formulas nga I think I gave it to my undergrad students. Oh, i-upload na ko to sa ilaha. So kato siya pwede ninyong mabansay-bansay to para maka balo na mo. Kay what if ang gihatag is cantilever beam dili simply supported. So lahi na pud ang formula. So example number 3. Oh, 34 carry pa ni. So example number 3. Okay pa ta guys. Wala ra mo na stress. Wala ra man na stress. Kay basta kay kalmahi lang, do not think nga lisod ang pre-stress concrete. Kung masabtan lang gid ninyo ang concept ani promise sayon ra kay na siya. Ay jud kay ang katsada ng pre-stress concrete dili gyud ko masiruhan ani sa board exam. Kay magawas gini siya always, promise. I swear to God, sa mga time ni gawas sa before mga 5 consecutive years na siya ni gawas. So, malay nyo sa inyo nga time, gawas kaya po. So, ayaw ginin ninyo, do not allow yourself na pre-stress concrete. So, ayun kayo ang 3 points sa situations. Now, again, going back ta sa example number 3. Mani siya ni gawas sa board exam na mo and sa recent board exam. Pero, as for the value, that's satirical, kaya we do not know precisely if pilag yun. But the basta yun. So, dili na din is good that if you notice the profile of the diagram, the pre-stress is obviously not rectangular. So that means nga, in order for us to get the bending stress, we cannot use the 6m over BD squared anymore. Ang ato magamit is MC over I. T concrete floor joist is shown in the figure. The pre-stressing force in each T, kani pag yun by, sure jud ko, daghan, yung nga bitay aning each T. Kaya as you can see, this is a double T. Oh, double T. That means duha. Pero maro kay si Ma'am Praxi kay iyang gihatag is each value sa kada T. So that means nga if isa times 1 ra imong i-multiply gawas na sa choices shaded kadit sa sayop dito. So careful. O double T ang i-mention pero ang given na pre-stressing force is each T ra. So that means if you are going to calculate for the total bending stress or the direct bending stress and even the load due to the direct load itself, you will have to multiply it with 2 because it says in the problem that it's double T times 2. So careful gid mo. So ang akong ginabuhat ana is basta kan magbasa ko, encircle gyud kong mga highlight gyud kong mga terms para sa mga problems para dili na ko siya malakbayan. So going back. So unit weight na siya gihatag, simple span L, the properties are given. So naa kay BF nga 2.5 m, na kay area nga 220,000 mm squared and moment of inertia of 1890 times mm to the power of 4 and service loads nga given and then na mga dimensions. So in this problem, malamang dili given sa eccentricity because in this problem this is the neutral axis. So kani siya nga distance, mao ni si eccentricity. Kay definition, eccentricity is the distance from the applied load going towards your neutral axis. So wala may gihatag eccentricity direct pero ma-obtain ra nimo siya kay kung naa kay Y2 which is 270, Y3 dayon nga 75. Kung pila na siya, mo ni si yung isolve ani is initial stress at the bottom fibers due to pre-stressing force alone. Bottom fibers gihapon due to service load and pre-stress. Now take note, there is a pre-stress loss that is being considered which is 20%. And then calculate the additional load that the floor could carry so that the stress at the bottom fibers at midspan is 0. So, start sa first problem. Given na to ang mga values, so ito sa ipang plug, di ba mo na yung ingon, 270 minus 75, that's 195. So this is what is used for the eccentricity. Kung imong gigamit 270 or 75, wag yung pahak yung kabay. Piti yun. Sayop yun kay dapat kabalo ko sa definition sa eccentricity. So determine the initial stress at the bottom fibers due to pre-stressing alone. So kung pre-stressing alone, di ba? Ano siya? What else? Ang diagram. Diba pre-stressing is like that. The formula day ani is negative PA, bottom man, F bot. F bot is negative PA, P over A, negative P over A, then minus what rectangular section. So MC. So do you have an moment of inertia and ang C yun? Diba? Isang tanggalan kay aron dili mo malibat. So F bot, the force or the stress at the bottom is obtained as negative P over A, MC over I. T. So 750 kada T. So double T man ni siya. So times 2. Times 2. Times 2 ka. Na. Kaya kung nag times 1 na ka, naagya pa na sa choices. So that is negative 2 times 750 times 1,000 divided by area of 220 mm squared minus moment. Do you know that moment is actually P times E? So that's duha ka double T joist na force at two joist die multiplied by your E or the how do we define CDI? C is the farthest distance from the neutral axis to the extreme outermost fiber. So C, kung mas dako man si 270 kang 90, so mo na siya ang farthest distance from the neutral axis to the outermost fiber. So that's 1890 E6. Then na kay answer nga 48.60 MPa. Ano siya? Now, na po yung next problem. Naapil na si service load. So unsa may mga service loads given diri? Naa kay 2.5 dead load and live load. So mo sa imong goal una kuwaon. Paunin mo si total uniform load kay naa naman si applied load kani siya ba? Ano ni siya imong i-add. So W, how do you obtain for W? I-add nimo si uh, weight plus then ka sa tributary width nga 2.5. 2.5 times 2.5. So 2.5 kPa, actually kPa is kilonewton per m squared. That's the unit of pressure. Tapos, in order for you to get, di ba, unsa uniform load nga unit da, di ba, kilonewton per m, di ba? So, how do you cancel 1m from the m squared? Multiply na mo siya isa ka m para makancel. So, na ang question, unsa day nga width or width ang imong i-multiply or length. So, it's the 2.5. So, ano siya? W is equals to, it is na kinasa up. It's the 2.5 nga kPa. Tingala mo no, 2.5 ba ni ma'am? It's the 2.5 kPa. That's the dead load. Muna siya ang dead load ha. Dead load. Imuhang linear nga gamiton or length sa imuhang effective slab width or kung hisgutan na to, it's the tributary width. Ina na siya. Plus din nimo sa live load. Diba? That's 6 times 2.5. Ang 2.5 again is man siya nga value. It's the 2,500 mm. Sa weight of beam. That's 23.5 multiplied by the area. Now take note, The area here is squared. And your goal is to get an m squared. Sa'yo, jud kay na nga imo ra yung direct convert kay sa'yo na siya. Ana siya. So, what you're gonna do here since sa tawag ani ka ng ana is pila dayang isa ka pila dayang isa ka meter sa pila ka sa isa ka meter. Kung wala ka kabalaw pila ka squared. So, it's 1,000 mm. So, ang imo lang buhaton na square na po din ang outcome niya kay kung ang imong imuon ani is taman ra ka 1m over 1000 mm sayop kayo, you are not abiding with the same level of exponents here. So mano siya ang nahitabo here because you know that in order for you to get the weight of self-weight of the slab, no, you are na area given. Kaya kung wala pa, isolve pag yung area. So kung area siya ang iskutan, pero since wala pa man siya naka meter square, so muna siya ang divide siya to 1,000 square. So na-notice ninyo nga naka-squared na siya because muna siya 1,000 square. So 1 raised to square, so malamang what? Then nasa sa denominator, pero maura gina siya ang explanation na. Alright? Now, maximum moment. Wala, may gingon kung unsa ni siya. WL squared over 8. So, that's 211.36. So, same lang gyapon. Ang imo lang ibuhatan is i-add lang ito mong missing na mga values. So, due to pre-stress, multiply na ka sa percent loss. So, pila may percent loss sa problem? 20%. So, due to pre-stress, no? Dili na ka maka 6 MBD squared kay dili man din ito square or rectangular. So, imong gamiton is just FB is equals to MC over I. Ano siya? So, negative 48.60 times 211, that's the M, di ba mo ni si M? And take note, times nag 10,000. Tapos, times the farthest distance from the neutral axis going towards the extreme outermost fiber. So that's 270 divided by the moment of inertia of 1890 times 10 to the power of 6. So you will be obtaining 8.69 MPa, which is in compression. So ina na lang siya, guys. And then for the last problem, ang pangutana is calculate the additional load the floor could carry so that the stress at the bottom fibers at midspan is 0. So, ano siya, equate lang to nimong additional moment. Okay. So, M ang imong unknown here. So, that's 0 minus 8.69 plus moment times 10,000 MC over IC 270 divided by 1890 E6. So, nakay moment of 60.83 kilonewton meter. So, additional uniform load. So, that's W squared over 8. So, that's 60.83 W8 squared over 8. Oh, 8 man iyang span diri, no? Now, if imo na siyang shift solve, sa unit ana, that's load in kPa. So, what's kPa by the way? It's pressure. No, pressure na siya. So, that's kilonewton per m squared. So, kinahanglan ka mag-divide o isa ka linear or length para maka-kn per m. So, unsa man nga linear length? So, this one. So, that's 3.04. And kPa. And that's the final answer for this problem. Nasabtan, guys, 7. Last na nga problem. Example naman niya, na beam, na slab. Ay, wala pa dito slab. Joist pa dito kaganiya. Karon slab. So, lahat na po ang mga given ani, no? Ang given na po na niya is na siya span, na siya pre-stress loss, na siya dimension, that's the length and then the thickness of the slab. Now, take note na natin given ng area and we also have a given for a section modulus. So again, how do we define section modulus? It's the ability of the material to resist bending. Okay. So, mas dako ang section modulus mas better. So, na siya mga given other loads and then napod siya tension and then in compression. So, in compression, negative. So, na siya given pre-stressing force and then we also have the eccentricity. Waon lang nato ang stress produced at the bottom fiber due to initial pre-stress. Tapos, what else? Stress produced at the top fiber of the slab at midspan due to loads and pre-stress force, and if the allowable stresses at service loads that the slab can be subjected to. Similar lang to siya sa previous problem nga dapat nimo siya i-divide ang uniform load nimo, i-divide mo siya sa isa ka length para makuha nimo ang iyahang KPA. First problem, what is the initial na to? Sabi na to. Tapos, so this is positive and this is negative. So bottom man, so negative P over A and negative, this is rectangular naman. So pwede na ta. VD squared or ano. So this is F bot is due to pre-stress. So that's negative 970 E3 divided by area, as gikan si area. Given in the problem na raday. Para siya. Plus MC over I. So, pwede ra po, now, ang naalang sa equation ri MC over I, then anapod ko, pwede ra actually nga 6mvd squared. Pero ang gigamit diri sa problem, dili kato nga mga formulas. So FB is equals to M over S, or this is the bending stress is equals to the moment divided by your section modulus. So if we go back to how was this arrived, diba MC over I na siya? And you know that section modulus is actually I over C. That's the inverse, diba, reciprocal. So technically, ang formula day ana is FB is equals to M over I over C. So if you mo na siyang i-simplify, that's gonna be M over C, M times C over I. Dara na siya gikan. So since naman ta given sa problem ang god nga section modulus, so we can directly use this equation. So which is mo na ni siya. Naningala mo. So diri gyud pa na siya gikan. So that's negative 17.91 MPa. So ina na siya. Kasi yan, straightforward na kayo, di ba? Ayun, what else? What is the stress produced at the top fiber of the slab at midspan due to the loads and pre-stressing force? Loads and pre-stressing force. So we are now to take into consideration these loads. So, ano siya? Pre-stress loss plus minus at the top fiber banda. So, ano siya? Formula PE M over S raya po na siya. Maximum moment, guys, before tayo maka-maximum moment, dapat na nato again, i-take into consideration ng mga loads. Now, since these values are in kPa, or in other words, that's kilonewton per m squared, kailangan tayo mag-multiply og isa ka m para is gonna be around 1.5 meters if you convert that to meters. So, mali siya, 2.7 kPa times the 1.5 meters time plus 2 superimpose that load multiplied by the length of 1.5 m plus 2.9 which is the live load, mo siya si live load, tapos multiplied by 1.5, and then you will be getting a uniformly distributed load of 11.4 kN per M. Now, since wala man gingon diri sa problem, na day, simply supported, so that's automatically WL squared over 8. So that's 11.4 times the span of 10 divided by 8, and then that's 142.5. So F-top, so kanilang siya, ng mga values. Ay mong gamiton. So negative 970, that's the pre-stressing, E3. A negative 970 E3 over the area, which is in this problem, plus 970 E3 multiplied by the eccentricity of 77 divided by your section modulus. So again, this equation is actually M over S, or himura na siyang PE over S. Siya. Then take note, naka-bracket siya kay multiply pa na siya nimo sa percent loss, which is in this problem 15%. So 1 minus 0.15. Then due to service loads, so that's gonna be M over S gihapon. So 142.5 E6 divided by 6.8, which is again this one, section modulus. So you will be getting negative 17.51 MPa. And then last, hey, let's go. Last problem. If the allowable stresses at service loads are not to be exceeded, determine the maximum total load in that. So, mo na siya. So we know manggod nga service loads natong isgutan. So unsa kaha ang mechanism ani niya. So malamang kung service loads, that's the gravity loads, and then automatically it will be generating a concave upward or na. So this is the generic formula, di ba? Stress due to pre-stress multiplied by the percent loss plus minus due to service loads. Now, how do we obtain for the top? So that's negative 16.5. As agi ni 16.5, this is the allowable stresses permitted by the problem due to at service loads. So since this is in compression, no, this is in compression, that's 16.5. So naaman siyang negative. Then negative 970 E3 over the area plus pa yung kag 970 E3 times eccentricity divided by section. Both of the equations are multiplied with the percent loss, and then minus din ka sa due to service loads. Due to service loads, which is in this case unknown man si M, right? Kay mo man natong kuhaan sa iyahang total load or maximum load. So bottom naman kanina pod ng mga formulas. Pero take note, 2.2 lang atong gamitan tension. And then in this case, this is now positive because this is tension. So that's 970 E3 divided by 1.4 E5. Dayon minus, take note, rin na siya gikan. 970 E plus na din ka sa M over S. So na kay 118.49. Now, what will govern is the smaller value because obviously since, di ba, unsa ba itong formula for the maximum moment, di ba, moment is WL squared over 8. So you are targeting the uniform load or the load itself, no? You notice that the moment is directly proportional to the uniformly distributed load. So that means if ang imong goal is gamay nga value for the W, so malamang ang katong gamay nga value ang mo govern or imuhang pilion. Siya. So, mora ni siya, and guys, 10 squared over 8, and then simplify, that's 9.44792. Now divide that with this value, which is 1.5 meters, in order for you to get a unit in kPa. Because kani siya nga value is in kilonewton meter. And then divide nimo na siya meter. So may mo na siya kPa. So final answer is 6.32 kPa. And that's already the final answer. So good sila. And then these are the passwords for the materials that I have uploaded. So if you are going to check it right now, naka-upload na ko kaganiha. So, okay na ta guys? Naka-screenshot na mo? Okay na? So, ano pa ba? Before mag-end akong presentation, I will be leaving you with this image. So, the first try will always suck. So, nag-post na kog results sa inyong week 1 assessment last Tuesday. So, I know that some of you might have felt disappointed, a little bit disappointed with the results because pero always know that every one of us, no, kanang inyong nailahan ako, mga lecturers ninyo, mga instructors ninyo, all those top-notchers, all those lecturers, definitely has tried to be a beginner. So, you are dwell on the past nga lo gamay kay kog score, and then next assessment din ako mutunga kay gamay gyapon na. So how would you know that you have improved ba? So mo lang ginaingon nga, you'll never know what you can do until you try. So try lang try. Week 1 ang score is butang nato 15, di ba? Pagka week 2 ni kalitra siya 20, so that's already improving. So please accept the fact, or ayaw ka ninyo, do not be disheartened nga gamay inyong score sa assessment. So next assessment, bakit lang? Ano siya? Kaya para consistent inyong effort. So if you can see, first try and then next try is dapat mas mag-push pa mo more effort if you wanted a better result. And ano lang siya. So I think that ends my presentation for this evening. So do you have any questions? Kalma. Wala may nag-comment? Kalma lang.